All right, so on question number 10, we're going to consider the equation y is equal to 4 minus x and what is true about the following statements. All of your results on these questions are asking whether or not it's a function and how that function is talked about. It's first one, A says x is a function of y, but y is not a function of x. This is not true. This means that x would be dependent on the value of y, and that is definitely not true. Y is a function of x, but x is not a function of y. This is true. So our answer choice might be B. Let's see. This is false. This is true. Both x is a function of y and y is a function of x. Yeah, that's definitely false. Neither x is a function of y, nor is y a function of x. That's definitely false. So our answer choice has to be B. Number 11, all we're doing is plugging in. When we have f of negative 2, that means we're plugging that in for the x. So I'm going to say f of negative 2 is equal to 2 times negative 2 squared minus 3 times negative 2. This gives me 2 times 4 minus 3 times positive times a, or negative times a negative gives you a positive, and that becomes plus 6. So that gives me 8 plus 6. So 8 plus 6 will give you 14. So f of negative 2 is equal to 14. Number 12, Mrs. Epperson's class is discussing the relation h of t, which is also a function. Which of the following must be true? Every real number can be used as a value of t and will be defined as a value of h of t. That's false. Every value of t in the domain will generate a value of h of t such that h of t cannot equal to t. Part of this is true, but the whole thing is not. Each value of h of t in the range is generated by only one value of t. This is getting us closer in the right direction. The reverse of that is actually true, where we say the value of t in the domain generates only one value of h of t. Remember, the x, so x gives us our output, x is our input, which is also our domain, and that generates our range. Number 13, okay, so I forgot to put the graph, but it's just like number 14. Understand that if you're given a graph that looks like this, okay, and let's say I graph it, and I'm going to put arrows. Both your domain and range are going to be all real numbers, okay? Same with number 14. Your range for this function, we're talking about a function, and I'm not limiting in any way. The domain is going to be all real numbers. Number 15, sorry. Negative 2 times f of x. Remember, this is just like our function notation. What I'm saying is when I rewrite this, I'm going to say negative 2 f of x is going to be equal to, I'm going to take the whole function and multiply it by negative 2. Okay? So I'm going to take this 8x minus 3 and multiply it by negative 2. You can't really solve anything. We can just really simplify it. So then this becomes negative 16x plus 6. And that's as far as we can go. Number 16, same kind of idea. Now we're looking for our x value. So this is going to become 2 times 3 minus 12. I say f of 3 is equal to. Then that's going to give me 6 minus 12, which is going to be negative 6. So f of 3 is equal to negative 6. 17, horizontal. Now, notice this here is our x, and this here is our y. So that means I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. This is our equation. That's a hoy. Remember hoy? Hoy, that's a horizontal, 0 slope, y equals a number. So this is going to be y is equal to negative 3. I will do number 18 in the